You're stepping into a period of nonstop blessings. Amazing. It's definitely your time. Welcome in, Libra, to your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of January 2024. I truly hope you're doing absolutely amazing. But I do want to briefly apologize before we jump into your amazing reading for being a tad bit late, about a week to be exact, with getting this out for you, throwing it out into the universe. But life happens, and today's the day when I'm going to get it done. Anyways, let me get situated and we'll jump into your reading. Alrighty, let's get started by pulling an overall energy from the Good Tarot. Let's do a shuffle before we do so. And then I have the Gilded Tarot Royale for the main part of our reading. I did hear a very interesting message before one of the many attempts to get your reading started today. And that was, money is going to be a motivator and will be a success for you in the end. Beautiful. So it feels like you're very motivated throughout the month, to say the least, to make more money, to earn more, to see things maybe cleaned up for some, but at the very least to see more success with your finances, if I could spit that out, throughout and by the end of January. They're saying your money will look a lot better in different ways in comparison to 2023, even in just the span of this month period to start off the year. But that was a lot of shuffling. Bear with me. Let's pull right from the middle, and you can barely see my face, so let's aim it up a bit. Thank you for your patience. We have the Hermit card. Interesting energy for the overall. It's a time for you, my friend, a month throughout January where you're very independent. Even if you're working with several other people, I feel like either way you are very much connected to one person or multiple people. It could be a community for some, even if that's online. And I feel like there's an independence about you, a conquering vibe about your energy, that is leaving you with more success throughout the month. I feel like there is the potential for a lot of wish drawn to the reading to have a new door open for you. If it's a new job, absolutely amazing. If I could spit that out, absolutely amazing, and congratulations. Some of which is a new business idea, whether it was sparked and thought of recently or throughout this month. Either way, I feel like the steps towards getting that off the ground are going to take place soon, if not throughout this month in general. But I do feel like you're thinking about keys to acquire for the future, whether it's figurative and or literal keys. And so I feel like Spirit's saying it's good that you're thinking about expansion, new opportunities, aiming for more, better for yourself. But don't forget the positives of what you had gained and what you have at hand currently, because it feels like you do, to an extent, need to make the best until the best, or solve some issues, come up with a specific amount of money by the end of the month or by a specific point within it. But I feel like there's a level of protection and guidance from your intuition and spirit, and the utilization of your experience, your knowledge, all the meanwhile, that is going to give you inevitable amounts of success with reaching one, if not multiple goals, and Spirit saying for some of which you're going to exceed it. But I feel like moving forward, there's new goals to be naturally, organically, thought of, to come up with, right? To be strategized, and I feel like those are going to leave you even more motivated. But it's a time for you to get ahead with your money, to find more success, and potentially as well to get ahead with something you're continuing for your career. But there's newfound opportunities to succeed left and right. That was a mouthful. The Chariot card and the Page of Earth at the bottom of the deck, and the Eight of Earth, putting in a lot of hard work and seeing results due to it. It feels like Spirit's highlighting a Libra or two who are drawn to the reading, who have been plugging away at a business, an online platform of some sort, maybe with the day-to-day job with a specific company. Could even be different platforms or different departments you've worked in within the same company. But I do feel like all the meanwhile there's been stagnancy or back and forth with progression and efforts paying off and results. But I feel like there's a long time coming, sort of finally we're making headway or getting back to making headway. And it feels like your motivation, your hard work from the past is paying off, whether you realize that or not throughout the month. And it feels like the times when you feel ultra motivated throughout the month to put in extra work, that's going to give you more abundance. All right, it's going to give you more abundance. But again, the Page of Earth definitely speaking upon a newfound spark and beginning when it comes to your money, whether it's you now making more money, or now you've cleaned things up and you have that fresh start. It could be both for some, or a little bit of both. But I feel like there is a definite possibility for some of which to be stepping back into entrepreneurship in order to have more independent success for themselves, or for themselves. And I feel like this is going to feel like, a brand new feeling throughout the month. There's people that are doubting your success at a distance. And I feel like, two people at most for some. And I feel like these people will be proven wrong in the end. I feel like for some of which they've already been proven wrong in the past when it came to other matters. Anyways, I'm hearing don't second guess, don't question a Libra. To continue for my lovely Librans for January, there's a significance to the month of August, okay? There's something about when you get to August 2024, you're going to find that the amount of success that you gain between now and then is going to be amazing, all right? It's going to be massive. But we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Judgment card, the Eight of Pentacles again, the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. So the number 33 on the board. Hey, I'm going to remind you, because within your energy, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed to an extent. It might be because of all that's on your plate, energy or other factors outside of you affecting you. Could be a habit or two for some. Could be you're thinking about maybe stressing a little bit about the future of your money and or career, or maybe, acquiring a situation. You've got this, okay? And don't let other people and factors outside of you spark any concern within your mind, because that's how they would have dealt with it, or that's just how they truly feel. Regardless of their intention, I feel like you need to look within throughout the month at certain points and remember, okay, your worth, your value, and how much success you've gained in times of similar lack or concern from the past, right? And how much more capable you are at this point to make it towards more success and to maybe clean up this or that, okay? But the Queen of Wands at the bottom, speaking upon the fire, the motivation, again, the passion that's coming from your energy and the work that you produce and develop throughout the month. Let me just catch my breath, because I feel like you have to do so as well at certain points. But it's a time period for you where you're being noticed for somebody who looks towards the horizon with positive expectations. But there are certain negative expectations due to your past that you need to wipe away, if we're being completely honest. But you're being noticed, you're being discovered, you're being praised and appreciated so much throughout the month because of your honesty, because of your Libran voice, and because of your effort and your work all the meanwhile. It feels like there's nothing you can do wrong, but at times you do feel like you can. And that, I feel like, roots back to other factors that we could address. But the Ten of Pentacles definitely speaking upon this being a month, a period where, again, you are experiencing, absorbing nonstop blessings left and right, right? And this is a time for you where you're being reminded it's on the way towards more financial comfort, more wealth on a multitude of levels, not just finances. You're meant to have all that you desire, all that you need, plus some. And it's a month, a period for you where you're being reminded of that. They're also reminding you throughout the month at a certain point that when you feel less stressed when doing something, there needs to be a remembering, a highlighting of why that was, okay, why it came to be that way, why you didn't feel stressed or burnt out or a little bit overwhelmed. There's a strategy or two that you utilized, whether you realize that or not in the moment, and that's going to benefit you greatly moving forward. But it's also a month where you're being reminded, Libra, when you do things your way, when you embrace and wholeheartedly trust your independent approach, your unique approach, you're going to lead yourself towards so much financial and career victory. It's a time period for you where you may at times not even realize what you're saying because you're spoken through by spirit like I am, or you're just in the zone, you're just very passionate. You might even blank out in the midst of, I'm hearing a motivational speech, or just a speech, a conversation of importance, but it's not a bad thing. It feels like everything's coming to be, and in smaller ways, not coming to be in that moment purposely. All right, everything's purposeful. There's a sense of you discovering little treasures left and right throughout the month, and this feels quite gratifying and on point for you. It's not a game, but it feels like it at certain points when the synchronicities are popping up left and right. The abundance is feeling not endless per se, because it feels like bits and pieces of abundance to be eaten up is what they're saying, to be absorbed and grateful for. But those moments of abundance and those discoveries and remembering moments keep happening. So it just feels like it's, again, nonstop. But I do feel like you are very, very grateful, especially by the end of the month. And I feel like something's going to work out more so in your favor than you realize. Somebody who is concerned about their living situation, whether they're going to have enough money for it, whether it's going to last for you, or whether you're going to get an acceptance for one, something's meant to continue past a certain point, whether someone else realizes that, wants that, or not. Okay, that's just a fact, and it's written in the stars for you. It was, and you were chosen for that situation. Okay, the situation was chosen for you, and you were selected for it by spirit. Anyways, it feels like a period for you where you're being reminded things are working out for you, and any concerns and doubts, stresses once again need to be wiped away, because it's a time where you're almost going to find at certain points, or you will at certain points find a little stress comes to be. You find focus coming to be, or enhancing on a negative or something you don't have yet, or what you still need, right? I feel like a lot of which an amount of money you need by a certain point, or moving forward in general. And then a little bit of abundance comes to be, that little bit of a treasure discovery moment comes to be, a blessing once again of some sort, and it wipes away at least most of the concern or stress in that moment. But it's going to be quite difficult for you to consistently, again, be concerned or worry throughout the month, because these blessings are just showering in for you. And it just reminds you of how well things are meant to work out moving forward once again, and how much your past was helpful, but doesn't speak upon your future, especially in this case, your money and career future and path, because these blessings are just a taste. Again, they're small, it feels like in the moment. But these nonstop blessings are yours for the taking, and definitely more so speak upon your future. All right, bigger blessings lie ahead is what I'm hearing. I just decided to pull 4 for some reason, so that number is significant. The number 4, protection. All right, you being protected and you protecting in certain other ways throughout the month, but it's a period for you where you can't help but look at that, as we were talking about protecting, having a bit of a guard up, if you will. But you're being viewed, perceived, and admired as a pillar of very strong success. If you hadn't gone through what you went through with your money and career of winding back, you wouldn't feel and be perceived as such a strong individual, right? You would to an extent, but not in the same way, or as to the same extent as you are at this point. I hope that makes sense. But the Knight of Pentacles and the Moon card speaking upon how you're honestly accomplishing quite slowly in the month, throughout the month of January. But I do feel as if these accomplishments are meant to get done in this sort of methodical or just non-forcing it kind of way. And then the end result speaks for itself, right? And you feel less wounded, less out of it due to that approach, that process, all the meanwhile, that way of being. But you're being viewed as a mystery, a slow-moving, peaceful mystery for the most part, but one with a lot of passion and feisty spark within them is what I'm getting. Anyways, I do feel like the mystery about you, maybe how you do what you do, is going to be very much on the minds of others, and part of why something's doing quite well, even if it's in the beginning stages, but especially if it's continuing. There's something about luck being on your side, but it not being really what you give credit to. I feel like Spirit's going to be given some sort of credit by the end of the month or throughout it, But it's like you're very much giving credit to your hard work over time currently, your talented way of being, your way of approaching things at this point, and your ability to, I want to say for most, stay organized or get back to that state of being. And to come up with creative solutions and to balance things out, prioritize even. Let's continue for my lovely Librans. I just heard, let's hang out, I have something to say. Let's hang out, I have something to say. There's also a beauty in the moments where you will be doing a ton of speaking, you can tell from this reading so far, and all the channeling coming through. But there's going to be such a beauty in importance, excuse me, see, to the moments when you stop speaking, when there's silence or just minimal utilization of that skill set of yours. Maybe it's a moment for a moment of abundance to come to be, for you to notice. Possibly it could be a moment for spirit to communicate with you. It could be an idea or a creative solution for you that's meant to be sparked, whether it's spirit's gift to you or not. And I feel like this is going to also balance you out a bit more, reground you, and leave you feeling more at ease. That's important. You can hear the difference in the way I'm communicating. So make sure to prioritize that, even, I want to say, in the midst of doing something of importance. Reminds me of me needing to remember, yeah, I'm spoken through in these readings, but I can stop speaking at a certain point and even in the middle of it, and you can see how much it benefits it, okay? But several more energies on the board. I feel like you're thinking about what you want to, and potentially what you are meant to leave behind, more so moving forward. Going from an Ace of Cups in reverse energy to Ace of Cups in the upright, and this abundance overflowing from your cup, these blessings once again are meant to be increased and enhanced and multiplied moving forward. All right, even new forms coming to be. But it feels like a time period for you where there's a lot to accomplish. You have a lot of options. You're being reminded of that. And I feel like being drawn to this reading, whether you realize it or not, you don't fully have the whole vision, right, of what lies ahead with your money and career, or money and or career. And so I feel like it's about you just trusting the process, trusting in your ability to adapt, adjust, and approach towards success. And just to kind of figure it out along the way, because haven't you done that up until this point? And it's a time period for you where these blessings, these accomplishments, successes all the meanwhile are definitely changing your world for the better, whether you realize it again in the moment or not. But I feel like things are falling into place. People are thinking about you in such a positive, effective light that I wouldn't be surprised if things are spreading, things are again working in your favor, and you're growing, you're blossoming, and becoming more of who you're meant to be in this lifetime when you're doing what feels right, work-wise, okay, effort-wise, and I want to say again, money-making wise, because you're very motivated when it comes to it. It's a time for you, Libra, where you are manifesting left and right. More money, it's yours. More success, more progress, or a comeback for what you've been working on, it's yours. A new opportunity, a new door to open, you're going to manifest it. It's yours. And so Spirit's saying, when you're that powerful, you're that amazing and skilled with the ability to manifest like that, without the backing up, the support of Spirit, and even your intuition at times, when those aspects do come into play, the power is multiplied, right? You become this ultra powerful force who can manifest, co-create, and see whatever you desire and need all the meanwhile come to fruition before your very eyes, before other people's eyes. And this is part of why people are very much impressed. Part of, they're saying it's just a piece of the pie that adds up to all of the amazing skill sets that you have within you and are building over time. But it feels like a time where you're meant to be giving birth to at least one new opportunity, or expansion for yourself, but it feels like new success once again, new blessings left and right, new treasures for you, new discoveries, and remembering kind of moments. It is a time period for you, Libra, where the possibilities are truly endless for you, and you deserve every single blessing left and right. Amazing. So I hope this was truly helpful. I'm sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your month, Libra, and I'll see you next time.